Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Bhadram Karne Vishrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pasye Makshabhir Vyajatraha Stirairangaihi Tushtuvagum Sastanubhihi Vyasema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhasravaha Swasti naha Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti nastarkshyo Arishtanemihi Swasti no Bruhaspatir Dadatu Om Shanti 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 Om Agne Naya Supatharaye Asman Viswani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yuyodhyasmajjuhurana Meno Bhuishtham Te Namavuktim Vidhema Om Shanti 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 Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vakpranaschakshuhu Srutramatho Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarotu Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam me astu Tadatmani Nirateya Upanishatsu Dharmaha Te Mayi Santu Te Mayi Santu Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om.
Nesbutaraesman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yodhyasma Jurana Meno Bhuishtante Namavuktim Vidhema Om Shanti 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 Om Brahman Brahmano Brahmavarchasi Jayatam Arashtre Rajanyaham Shura Ishavyati Vyadi Maharato Jayatam Dogdri Dhenuhu Vodhanadvan Asusaptihi Purandhir Yosha Jishnorateshta Sabheyo Yuva Asya Ejamanasya Viro Jayatam Nikame Nikame Vajjanyo na Varshado Aravatyo na Voshad Pachyandam Yogakshemo Yogakshemo Vahamyam Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tatsat. Namaste Guruji, Hare Guruji.
Very good. So today we have got to go with the Taittiriya Samhita belonging to Krishna Yajurveda. And though there are 92 and odd recensions, shakhas to this Krishna Yajurveda, fortunately we have only 4 recensions available. Even then, the Krishna Yajurveda has got the Taittiriya Samhita, highly popular in South India. And there are other Maitrayani Samhita, then Kathaka Samhita, Kapishtakata Samhita, and like that 4 are there. But full text is of Maitrayani to some extent. And then we have got the Taittiriya Upanishad, Taittiriya Samhita, containing 7 kandas. And so this is the only wealth that we have got to know about the Yajurveda, where we have got a number of formulas or mantras which should be employed in the respective sacrifices, because yajna is always the well-like dharma both for gods and humans. Therefore, for gods have set the tradition, and we have to follow that, and that will be helping us to become mahimanaha. Because what is the object of life upon the earth is to acquire more and more punya, more and more merit, and more prosperity and happy life. Not to become hopeless by committing number of sins, number of atrocities, and promoting himsa and themselves to all this negativity has got to be removed. The best way is to invoke the gods who are always the positive energies, who will be always supporting those who remember them, who honor them, who offer them food, and who try to recite the prayers or praise connected to these gods. So in that forum, in that queue, we have got the sacrifices beginning from Darsha Purnamasa, and they go up to the Pravargya ceremony, and afterwards we get into the philosophy. That is trying to reflect on the mantras and what their utility is there for human beings upon the earth, and how they can make their time given upon the land importantly useful. Because all rishis will tell us the time allotted for us upon the earth is very limited. Kalascha swalpaha. But the diversions, attractions, and impediments and obstacles, etc., negativity is too many. Bhavascha vignaha. There are so many vignas preventing you or making you to postpone the righteous deeds and rituals or some worship and all that. Therefore, what is the clue? Sarabhutam parivargitavyam. So you have to only in hunt of trying to find out the summary or the chief important message from each scripture that we have got, because we are so lucky that we are endowed with a large amount of scriptures beginning from 4 Vedas, Upavedas, Vedangas, and Brahmanas, Sutras, Aranyakas, Upanishads, epics. Oh God. So this much rich literature which is provided by the rishis are helping all kinds of people, because people are born with different outlooks and goals and then achievements, etc. So as Kalidasa says, pinde pinde matir bhinna. So the opinion will be different from everybody, but all opinions will merge into singularized philosophy. Something like what Shankara, Madhva, Ramanuja have pointed out. There may be a number of philosophies in the world, but Advaita, that is looking at identity, Dvaita, consider them separately and yet send your reflections and thoughts and reflect. Then Visishta Advaita, something special Advaita. So these are all the matams and so on. So, but our Veda Samhitas do contain source for all these kind of branching out or divisions of the thoughts which people might elect. It is just like when all gods went to Vishnu saying that they are very much tortured by Ravana. It was impossible for any god or man to fight with him, capable man to fight with him. So they requested. Then Vishnu promised, because he has to solve the problem. So Bhagavan Vishnu said, don't worry, I'll look to that. So when time properly came, when Dasaratha was performing the Putrakameshti, Vishnu decided to be born. So he divided himself into 4 divisions, as Ramayana tells you, and that is 3 brothers, and himself the chief eldest brother. So he divided and came to the world, and so 4 different functions were done. in order to suppress or remove the adharma and establish dharma, and see that ultimately Ravana was done for, and in place, though is the Rakshasa, Vibhishana, a better behaved, devoted bhakta is being installed in the Lanka Rajya, so that no country goes arajikam. And now, in this Taittiriya Samhita or Yajurveda, Sukla Yajurveda, we have, after Darsha Purnamasa sacrifice, the intervention of the Soma sacrifice. So Soma Yaga, they call it Soma Yaga or Soma Yajna or Soma. So because if you want to have that Soma Yajna, appeasement to the Soma Devas and all that, there are three aspects as we noted. Soma is a drink, Soma is a god, Soma is the king, etc. So that is a different mythology of the Soma. And in the Yajurveda, as we are seeing already, all independent sentences, one by one, and that will tell you that they're all addressed to different materials that have been accepted in the context of sacrifice. In the Yajna Prapancham, you require many more things to say that Dravya Sekarana, you have to collect all necessary sambharas, including the utensils, Vedi, and the Yajna, Darbha, and all those things you have to collect. Yajna Sambhara. And Devata Ahvana, you have to decide who are the gods whom you have to invite into the venue. And so specifically you invite the gods, and in general also you invite other people. Therefore, Agnaya Hivitaye, for example, Agni is first invited, like Ganapati in the later pujas. And Devan, Vachi, Yachicha, you give him the request that Devan, Vachi, please bring along with you all the number of gods that are available. And not only you bring them to the context, to the venue, Devayajana Bhaga or Pradesha, and then Yachicha, you also, Yachi means whatever offerings you give in the sacrifice into the Vedi, all of them are accepted by Agni primarily. He will give taste for that, and then he will deliver instantaneously to the respective doors of gods. That's why the door delivery master is Agnideva, so he is called also specially as Havyavahana. Therefore, Agni is highly eulogized, and along with Agni, you have got Brahaspati, Indra, and so many other gods also being included, and so on. And then when all such great Mahima Devatas are present in your hall, in your venue, close by to you, then your first duty is to offer them. That's what is called to offer whatever you have kept ready to be offered to them is what is called as tyaga, no consideration. You will be knowing all that is collected in the yajna is only for the purpose of offering them. Therefore, we are on that. So now we are there in the Taittiriya Samhita 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2,
1, 2, 3, Guru.
1, 2, 3.
3 you have to do.
Yeah, do. Good. So 1, 2, 3, where you have 1, 2, 3, where you have requested Agni and other gods and asking him to be compassionate. Then after inviting Agni, we have invited the Viswadevas, Visvadevaha, and Pusha, and then Savita Devata, and all these gods are. And then also we have asked Push and Chandrama, Bhoga, and whatever material that you have collected, you make a prayer. Chandramasi, Mama Bhogaya Bhava, Vastramasi, Mama Bhogaya Bhava, Trasi, Bhavastrisi, Mama Bhogaya Bhava, Hayaha Asi, Mama Bhogaya Bhava, and Chagosi, mama bhogaya bhava, mesho asi mama bhogaya bhava. So here you have collected everything, important select items into the Soma Yaga, Soma Yagna procedure, and then they offer them to other things. So now we are 1, 2, 3, there you have this, Anuvaka begins with this, we have read it. Chago se mama bhoga ya bhava, mesho se mama bhoga ya bhava, vaya vetva, varuna yatva, nirrutyetva, rudrayatva, devi rapo, apam napat, ya urmihi, havishya, indriyavan, madintamaha, tam madintamastambo, ma vakramisham, achinnam tantum prithivya, anugesham. We have read, Asan has read this last time. So now we shall only know what is that communication or request that is being done. So Vayu, Varuna, Nirruti, Rudra, Devi Apaha, Apamnapat, and all these people are invited, and whatever that has been collected, the Soma is being in the name of these great gods, beginning from Vayu. Varuna is the water god, he is the king of waters, he is the maker of the night, he is the very important. So Mitra, Varuna, they always form a combination. Mitra is Surya Bhagavan, the day god, who causes the day, and both of them are the aspects of Aditya, Aditya Bhagavan, Surya Bhagavan. So he gets these two complements, Varuna, and Nirruti is a goddess who is in charge of the negativity, and she has got a different direction. So you cannot accept negativity also when you want to progress in the positivity. So only positivity can never be there. There is also negativity a little more. But you have to recognize, salute, and send them away. Therefore, Nirrutyetva, and then Rudra. Rudra is the universal God who is present in the Rigveda and all Vedas. That's why, yes, we have noted, who is this Rudra? Sarvaha Eshaha Rudraha. The word Sarva indicates to you in Sanskrit that unexceptionally, he is the very embodiment of all gods in him. What is God? God is a power. God is a Shakti. God is a Mahima. God is positive. God is Paropakara. God is... So like that, we keep on understanding the concept of God. And this we can get more in the Bhagavad Gita also, where Krishna has tried to tell who he is and in him are all things. Therefore, no responsibility for humans when they are given all facilities and felicities in their life. That's why Rudrayatva. So Rudra is an important god introduced or highlighted in the Yajurveda, more so because we have got Mrutyunjaya mantra. The Namakam, Chamakam, Anuvakas come in the Yajurveda, both in Sukla and Krishna Yajurvedas. And therefore, there you have seen what is the Vibhava of Rudra. That's why Rudrayatva. And now Apaha, the waters. Waters is always the plural. There is no singular water. So water is a Bahuvachananta. Therefore, Devi Apaha. Devi is Divya. So Divyatvam is there for waters. Divyatvam means common at all ends. Whether you are good, healthy, whether you are not good, unhealthy, whether whatever status, or you have taken food or not food properly, whatever be the status that you run, water is always bright, brilliant, and will be promotive of your health care. Therefore, she is called as Deepa. And you know, there are Apri Devatas in Sanskrit, in Vedic mythology. And among Apri Devatas, Apam Napat is also one Apri Devata, and we have got a separate suktas in Rigveda realizing the Apri Devatas. And when I was in MA class, they have prescribed those mantras in eulogy of Apri Devatas. I remember, but I have not, unless I go to the text again, I will not be able to talk much about Apri Devatas. But anyway, there are 10 of them. And Apri Devata, Apam Napat, and then Urmihi. Urmi is the wave, is the cream of the water. So that would be Havishyaha. That is going to be a wonderful offering and principal offering also, Havishya. So Havishya is that which is worthy of being offering to him. And again, what is that? Indriyavan madintamastam va vo ma avabhramisham. So with all these deities, what they should do, they must make you strong. Indriyavan. Andre Indranante now we should be also stronger. Because we make a prayer, Indra Indriyavan, Indriyavanaham bhuyasam. In other way, we always make a prayer, Mayi Indra Indriyam dadatu, Mayi Medham, Mayi Prajam, Mayi Indra Indriyam dadhatu. You understand? So Indriya is all-round strength in our body. Whenever you undertake a big, long-drawn process like yajna, at no point you should become fatigued or tired. There should be bubbling enthusiasm all through. Right from the beginning up to the end, you have to have a good energy. That energy is here in the Indriyavan. And second one which is required is Madintamam, Madintamastambo, Mamava. Madintamaha means enjoyment. So any ritual, any rite, any puja, any visiting temple must not tax you, but you should rejoice it. Oh, today I'm going to temple. Today I'm going to do puja. You all know that today is Saraswati Panchama, Vasanta Panchami, where Saraswati is being worshipped. Lots of prayers to Saraswati are being done because she is a Medha Devi, Manisha Devi, and all that. Therefore, we remember her, Madinta Mahatam Ma'ava Kramisham. So, what are you doing? Your Kramana is to progress. So, you are proceeding in the aspect of the performance of the yajna, so Kramisham. So, Ishtella Maddi Mele, Nan Prarthana Yeno, what is my request? Because gods also want to know what exactly you want. Bari Namaskara Madbitre. ಯಾಕೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದೀಯಾ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥವಾಗಬೇಕು. For example, you go to Guru or anybody and say, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸಾರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀಯಾ, ಏನು ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. What do you want from me? Today exclusively you are making ಗೌರವಂ ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಯಜ್ಞ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಲ ಸಹಿತವಾಗಿ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಏನಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಒಂದು ತಂತುಂ ಅನುಗೇಶಂ ಪೃಥಿವ್ಯಾಹ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಚ್ಛಿನ್ನಂ ತಂತುಂ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಟ್ರೀ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೋ ಅಪ್, ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ನ್ಯೂ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್, ನ್ಯೂ ಲೀವ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ವಂಶವೃಕ್ಷಂ. ಉತ್ತರೋತ್ತರ when people do ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ, they say uttarottara vardhantam, let your family or clan continue to grow generation to generation. Subhas shobhanaha sampadjantam. In Panya Vachanam, you can observe that the Purohit will say, bless you, that uttarottara kriyaha. So all these things are being done. So here we are told that our tantu, so achinnam tantu pruthivyam anugesham. I want to, anugesham means I want to get that procedural success, that more and more my people should come on belonging to me. And Bhadra, then next one is Bhadradabhi Sreyaha Prehi. Bhadra Sreyaha Abhiprehi. Split it like that, then you will make a meaning. So Sreyaha is moksham. And even in the moksham or happiness or peace, all that come under the word Sreyaha. So that's why Sreyas is something. So that will give you a lot of peace of mind and consummation of life, and then give you the required fruit. And that could be Bhadram. That is, Bhadra is favorable, permanent, constant, and enjoyable one. Because, even moksha has got 4 layouts. Sayujya, Sarupya, Samanata, Salokata, oh God. So don't think that moksha bandide andre avanige permanent sikkinde anta alla. Even in the moksha, you have got to look for what kind of moksha you wanted. Sayujyamapnuyat anta heltare. So ultimate one, what you want is Sayujya. You should be a permanent resident in the Brahmaloka. That you don't think of Bhuloka or other lokas. Though there are so many lokas, all lokas are temporary, but Brahmaloka is permanent. That's Moksha Sostra. That's why we say it is called Vaikuntham or Kailasam. These are the only 2 areas we talked about. The other ones are Satyaloka, Maharloka, Janarloka, Tapoloka. Even they're all temporary. Satyaloka is Brahma, and Vaikuntha is Vishnu, and Kailasa is Shiva. But where you want to go? Because these 3 road signs are put at the crossroads. Then Paramatma will ask you, should you direct to the Kailasa direction or Vaikuntha direction, or what direction you want to? But we all know that Vaikuntha is ultimate. So every year we go to Vaikuntha Dwaram. On Vaikuntha Ekadasi we call it, and try to go through the northern door. Anyway, like that here, Bhadrat Sreyaha. Whatever good you are having, that good must be experienceable one. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ರುದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾತಿದೆ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನು ಯಚ್ವಾಮಹೇ ಸೌಮನಸಾಯ ರುದ್ರಂ ನಮೋಭಿಹಿ ಸೌಮನಸಾಯ. ಅದು ಭದ್ರಶ್ರೇಯ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸಿಂದ, ಬ್ಲಿಸ್ಸಿಂದ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿಯಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. Therefore, Bhadra Adibhi Shreya. And then next we come to Burhaspatehe Pura Eta Te Astu Athamevam Syat. So for all this kind of procedure, who should be your leader at the forefront? Bruhaspati. No, if you have got intelligence, your problem is solved. Therefore, Buddhi, if there is a Buddhi, then you will be really comfortable. That's what exactly Krishna in Bhagavad Gita keep on emphasizing. Sankhya Yoga, they call it. Because Buddhi is Paramatma in us. And that is where Paramatma lives. Yakendre, there is one, say, Sankha Chakra Gadadharaha Vishnuhu Sakshatkaram Nabhavati. If you are making prayer for Vishnu or everybody, they will not appear before you with his Sankha, Chakra, and Kaustuga, Bharana, and all that, whatever Rishis have given the description. But how does he help you? Sophiaji, Buddhi Rupena Prachodayati, Prachodayami, and ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. So, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಇದೆ. ಸರ್ವಸ್ಯ ಜಂತೋಹೋ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಅಸ್ತಿ. ಮಾರ್ಕಂಡೇಯ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ದುರ್ಗಾ ಸಪ್ತಶತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್? ಹಿ ಸೇಸ್ ಸರ್ವಸ್ಯ ಜಂತೋಹೋ ಇಹ ಬುದ್ಧಿರಸ್ತಿ. ಈ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಜೀವಿಗೆ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಇದೆ. ಈವನ್ ಆಂಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಬುದ್ಧಿ. ಪಿಪೀಲಿಕ. Supposing you must have observed in India, but ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ impossible. Because in India, the houses are so that ants and cockroaches and the lizards, everything will be living in houses. Some are visible, some are invisible. But sometimes when in season, the ants will be going in row. Such a beautiful, disciplined single line they will be making and going. And supposing it happens to meet another ant, it will come out and then talk to and then get back to the row. So that's how that kind of buddhi is there even to ant, and what to speak of the fully grown, developed being, a man. Therefore, Bruhaspatihi Pura Eta, he must be at our forehead. Te astu athameva yasya. And now, next we are going to the third one, the 1, 2, 3, over 1, 2, 3, 4. We shall read it. Vara prithivya are shatrun krunihi sarva viraha etadaganma deva yajanam prithivya vishve deva yadajushanta Purve Ruksamabhyam Yajusha Santaranto Rajasposhena Samisha Madema. Yes. Heli?
Vara yasya vara prithivya are shatrun krunahi sarva vira edamaganma deva yajanam prithivya vishve deva yadajusanta purva tuksamabhyam yajusha santaranto rayasposhena samishamadema.
Beautiful. Actually, what is the context of these mantras? The Soma grass or Soma Valli, they are all loaded into a cart. Because in Yajurveda, everything is very auspicious and religious. So to bring the carts, to make the Soma reaped, install in their respective carts, and make the carts also travel on a way from the place of their picking up and up to the Yagashala. And so every step has got to be guarded, has got to be sanctified and all that. That's why you remember Bharat made a kirtana, Hejje Hejjeku, Bhagyada Lakshmi Bharamma, Hejje Hejjeku and heltane. So Hejje Hejje is Yajurveda. See, every step. And even Yakya Hejje important, Purandaradasa, we had a Aradhana to him. He said that Ni Padadandale Nadi and heltane. Andre, you make Tirtha Yatra or any Yatra with your own foot. Padadindale Nadi. That foot should be also sanctified. And wherever you put your foot or feet, that area becomes really sanctified. You know that importance of the serenity of the Marga that has been traced by the Mahimavans. Mahajano yenagataha sayeva panthaha. Adukoskara, these mantras are being accordingly in honor of Somavalli loaded into carts when they are being brought up to the Deva Yajanam. This kind of mantras are being. And moreover, when a good act takes place, there will be so many people to distract and divert and harm that. So they are all called Shatrus. So Shatrus are there for everything. If one fellow gets a promotion, don't think that all will congratulate you. Some may superficially congratulate, but many people will be there who are jealous. Why, how not I got it? How not you only gets it? What greatness he has got. That's why there are Shatrus. And what? And Paramatma, this Bruhaspati and Rudra and all these gods whom we have invoked here into the context, they have to see that they make the pathway whereon the Soma carts are being brought up to the sacrificial ground. So that's why Krunihi Prithivya Vara. So Vara Krunihi Sarvaviraha. So the place of sacrifice which you are doing, the Yajna Bhumi, should be selected, sanctified, sanitized one. Therefore, wherever you want to install Yagnavedi or Puja, you all know that you just clean the ground with cow dung and then Alankara with Hakki to Rangoli, and then you will place the Paramatma. So that kind of sanctification, when that kind of cleaning up and sanctifying done, that's called Prithivyaha Varaha. And yen ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಶತ್ರುನ್ are krunuhi. So you please drive far away all my enemies. ನನಗೆ ಉದ್ಧಾರ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ, all those people who are negative to me, let all those be driven away. That's why we say agamarthantu devanam gamanarthantu rakshasam kuru ghantaravam tatra devata ahvana lanchanam ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೇವತಾ ಆಹ್ವಾನ ಲಾಂಛನಂ, ಘಂಟಾನಾದ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ವೈ ಆರ್ ಯು ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೂ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಲಾಂಛನ. ಲಾಂಛನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾಂಛನಗಳು ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮದುವೆ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಉಪನಯನದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಂಛನಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಫೆಮಿಲಿಯರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಪಿಕ್ಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಫರ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಲಾಂಛನಗಳು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ದೊಡ್ಡವರು. ಹಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಹ್ವಾನ ಲಾಂಛನ. And on the other hand, the same is the lanchana that the Shatrus must be driven away. ಎಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so that they will not be able to have any grasp of or any idea. They should forget. That's why the word are badhasva are krunihi and sarvaviraha prithivyaha. So sarvaviraha andre all strong, all sanctified, all sanitized. So ಅದರಿಂದ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕೇರ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ನೋಡಿ. See, when once you want to perform a sacrifice, more so a soma sacrifice, there is a lot of paraphernalia, there is a lot of preparation, there is a lot of security, etc. has got to be involved. Therefore, ಯಜ್ಞ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಪೂಜಾ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಕೆಲಸ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಜಿಮ್ನಾಸಿಯಂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ ಸ್ಟೇ ಫಿಟ್ಟು ಇಂಥ ಜಿಮ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ತರಹ ಯಜ್ಞ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಟು ಡೂ ಯಜ್ಞ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎ ಜಿಮ್ನಾಸಿಯಂ. ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಕ್ವಯಟ್. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಅದರ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್ಫುಲ್, directed in proper way, and then that's why here vara prithivyaha are shatrun krunahi. And having driven away the Shatrus, what more devatas to do? Sarvaviraha akrunihi. Please make us quite strong enough, quite enthusiastic. Yav tara bezar barbardu. So samanavada preetiyinda, bhaktiinda, you have to continue with that. And now you come to the place of venue, the venue of place, or a place where you perform the Deva Puja. So Prithivya, next line tells you, Deva Yajanam Prithivyaha Etatu Aganma. ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥವಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರಬೇಕು. ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯ ಅವರೇ, I think the Sanskrit is very clear. Therefore, Rigveda is tough, but Yajurveda is a common language. Normally, all people understand it. ಅರ್ಥವಾಯ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸು? ಸೊ ದೇವಯಜನಂ ಪೃಥಿವ್ಯಾಹ ದೇವಯಜನಂ ಏತತು ಅಗನ್ಮ ಅನ್ನು ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಅರ್ಥವಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಯಜುರ್ವೇದ ಕಲಿಯೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆಚರಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನು ಯಾಕೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆಚರಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, behind that there is lot of ritualistic procedure and symbolism and action. ಒಂದು ಯಜ್ಞ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ವಾಸನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ದೇ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯಲಹರಿ ಹವನಂ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಅಟೆಂಡೆಡ್, ಬಟ್ whoever main people if are there, good. So in that ಸೌಂದರ್ಯಲಹರಿ ಹವನಂ or any havana or yajna or homa means inviting the gods physically to the venue. Who? Ahvana patrika. Why do you prepare invitation? So Brahmopadesha Ahvana Patrika. See, Ahvana, Hva is invite. Andre with all full mindedness. It is not half mind that you say that. So with full mind, you invite all your important guests priority wise and see that the yajna becomes a entertainment. You know the karyakrama also, besides and beyond many other things. So, etat pruthivyam deva yajanam aganma. What is it? Visve devaha yadajushanta purve ruksama abhyam yajusha. So, all the gods have been worshipped and offered the offerings with mantras from Yajurveda, Rigveda, Samaveda. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಯಜ್ಞದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವೇದ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, 4 ವೇದಗಳು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಹೌ ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯ ಅವರೇ, ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಇಟ್. 1, ಋಗ್ವೇದ ಪ್ರೀಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ದೇವರನ್ನ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. The Rigveda priest will invite all the gods to your venue. Yajurveda priest will utter mantras, give them honor, and Atithi Puja, they do it. Samaveda people give entertainment and happiness to the fellows. Then they go through the procedural excellence in the course of sacrifice. Then Atharveda will take defense, protection of all those gods and people, etc., who overcome. So that's how the whole show. In fact, when we organized World Association Conference, India Conference in Bangalore in 2002 or so, Avaga we kept, because all old people come to this kind of Vedic conferences. The youngsters were the academy. If you are older senior citizens, problem, they want to attend the conference, but they will have some physical difficulties, health problems. Adukoskara, our one of the important members of the conference in Bangalore, he's an important officer, administrator, etc. He just suggested, he made request to the police and also the ambulance and doctor and some hospital close by, doctors, etc. Also to wait outside the gate of the conference in the Agricultural University. Supposing sudden some contingency happens, the delegates will be given the comfort, but it would not happen. Somebody wanted to perform Mrityu Homa. People generally perform Mrityunjaya Homa. I was asking him, why at all you want to do Mrityu Homa? But still he has gone to, actually no priest was ready to do the Mrityu Homa. But I asked him, how are you going to do it? Something drastic might happen to many people. Then he said, I will keep ambulances ready outside that. No, that is not like that. So anyway, what I am telling, I am remembering all that kind of contact and friends that came to our Kendra people. That is, we want that whoever comes to that, they should be comforted. So Rigveda, Yajushanta, they are all worshipped with the Rigveda, and then Samaveda and Yajusha. And because all the Veda formulas, all gods are appeased with them, then what is that you want? Always you should tell why are you doing the job, or why are you doing the karma, or why are you doing the puja. Mama upatta samasta durita chaya. You are always telling, Nina papagalella, Nima bad conduct ella down agbeku. So that you become floating. See, unless you push your hands down the water when you are swimming, you don't float. If you lift your hands inside the water up, you will go down the... So whether you go inside the water or outside the water depends upon you. Therefore, rayas poshena sammadema verb nodira. You must have noted one important point. Subramanyam avare enadu gottaita? ಈ ಉಪಸರ್ಗನು ವರ್ಬು ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ವೇದ ಮಂತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಆ ಉಪಸರ್ಗ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಎ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದಟ್ ಮದೇಮ, ಸಮ್ಮದೇಮ, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್? ಸಮ್ಮದೇಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮ್ಯಕ್ ಮದೇಮ, ಮೇ ವಿ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಸಮದೇವ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್? Isha, in the Yajurveda itself, why are you doing yajnas? Ishetva, Urchetva ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಜ್ಞಯಾಗ ಅದೇ ಕರ್ತುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋದು ಈಶಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಫುಡ್, ಊರ್ಜಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂಗ್ತ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮನುಷ್ಯರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ. ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ವೆನ್ ಯು ಸರ್ವ್ ಫುಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಮೋರ್. ಹಾಗೆ Isha Madema. I hope you understood this. So now we have come to the Devayajana, the place of sacrifice, and we have worshipped all gods whoever are invited. And how did you do worship? By taking hold of the 4 Vedas, I mean Veda mantras, and therefore Paramatma, all gods must bless us to have good food, good prosperity, coupled with the enjoyment. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಸ್ತಿಯ ಅನುಭವ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದು ಭಾಗ್ಯ, and ಆ ಭಾಗ್ಯ, when you enjoy, that becomes a bhoga. So when it is comfort, when it is congenial to you for longer time, it is called saubhagya. So bhagya, bhoga, bhogya and saubhagya. ಈ ಮೂರು ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕು. ಈ ಮೂರನ್ನು, all these 3 are being granted by Paramatma for devatas because they are capable of that. So you know there is a difference in powers. What do gods do? What do Vishnu do? Or what does Vishnu do? Or what does Shiva do? Or what does the Parashakti, Parameswari will do? Inother one question baratte. All gods will fulfill your desires. Haladaha devaha. How's Subramaniam? All gods are ready to grant you whatever you want. But all those things that you get will be enjoyable temporarily. ಸೋಫಾ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂಗಡಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಸೋಫಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮನೆಗೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬೋಡ್ದಿ ಸೋಫಾ. ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ದೇವತಾ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ. But you have to leave the sofa and go away also for your work. You can't constantly sit on the sofa which you purchased. Therefore, that is what is called Kailasa or Vaikuntha. So, Madema, Sammadema, Isha, Ishena. And now let's go to the next one. Yamte Sukratanuridam Vachastaya Sabhava Bhrajangacha Jurasi Dhruta Manasa Jushta Vishnave Tasyaste Satya Savasaha Prasave Vacho Yantriyamasiya Swaha Sukramasya Visve Devagum Havihi Suryasya Chakshuhu Aruham Agne Rachnehe Kaninikam Edeta Sobhihi Yiyase Brajamano Vipaschita Chidasi Manasi Dhirasi Dakshinasi. Yes, Subramaniam Yaradu retired Madi. Subramaniam recite Madipa.
Iyante Shukratanuridam Vachastaya Sambhava Brajam Gachajurasi Dhruta Manasa Justa Vishnave Tasyaste Satya Savasa Prasave Vacho Yantramashiya Swaha Shukramasya Mrutamasi Vaishwadevagum Avihi Suryasya Aruham Agne Rakshnaha Kaninikam Yadetashe Bhiriyase Brajamano Vipaschita Chidasi Mana Asi Dhirasi Dakshina Asi.
Good. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ address sells to various articles which we have taken into the context of the sacrifice. But the communication is that very beautiful. When we are upon the earth living, what are the things that we want? ಇವಾಗ ಚಮಕ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಸಿ ವಾಜಶ್ಚಮೆ ಪ್ರಸವಶ್ಚಮೆ ಶಂಚಮೆ ಮಯಶ್ಚಮೆ ಅಗ್ನಿಶ್ಚಮೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ there are so many desires. 11 ಅನುವಾಕಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು hundreds of desires have been enlisted and put forth before the God. And the entire Rigveda or Yajurveda, everywhere, what are the wants and desires of man upon the earth? ಇದೊಂದು ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು ಅಲ್ವಾ? So wants and desires, they are two separate issues. Achievement is further. See, want achievement and desire achievement is the effort that we have got to do so long we are breathing our life. So, ಏನೇನು wants ಇದೆ? What are the number of wants that we have got? What are the number of wants and how and what are the measures through which you can achieve the wants also? ಬರೀ ಕೋರಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಕೋರಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವ ಸಾಧನ, ಉಪಾಯ, all that has got to be given to us. Because upaya is most important. And ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಏನು ಸುಲಭೋಪಾಯ, ದುಃಖೋಪಾಯ. So there are some upayas or measures suggested where you have to exert more. And there are measures suggested where you have to get it, you can get it very easily. So there are so many upayas in the world. That's why in Panchatantra and Hitopadesha and such moral science books, I wish that you all come for that Niti also, moral science. ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಉಪಾಯಂ ಚಿಂತಯೇತ್ ಪ್ರಾಜ್ಞಃ ತಥೋಪಾಯಂ ಚ ಚಿಂತಯೇತ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸೂಕ್ತಿ. ಯಾರು ಉಪಾಯಗಳನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಚಿಂತನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಆ ಉಪಾಯದಿಂದ ಬರೋ ಅಪಾಯಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Just because you know the measure, you cannot affect it. Beautiful alva? Upayam chintayet prajnah tatha apayam cha chintayet. So when you have a balanced caution this way and that way, then you can launch that. That's why if you do the project, what is that you are going to get? And if you don't do it, what is the disadvantage that you are going to? And what are the kind of hurdles that you are making? So ivella kuda, they are the matter of consideration. So here you are addressing the Soma, te tanuhu idam shukraha. Sorry, iyam te tanuhu shukra. Shukra means health. Shukra means heat. Shukra means prosperity. Shukra means, oh, so many meanings. That's why Shukrante ejatamte ejatu. ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಶುಕ್ರದ ಮಂತ್ರನೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಋಗ್ವೇದ ಮಂತ್ರ ಶುಕ್ರಂತೆ ಅನ್ಯತ್ ಜತಂತೆ ಅನ್ಯತು ವಿಶ್ವರೂಪೇ ಅಂತ ಮಂತ್ರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬೇಡ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶುಕ್ರ ಅನ್ನೋ ಶಬ್ದ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ತೇ ಶುಕ್ರಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಸ್ ಎ ರಾಕ್ಷಸ ಗುರು ಅಂಡ್ ಬೃಹಸ್ಪತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇವಗುರು ಆಸ್ ವಿ ನೋ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದಿ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ tendencies recommended by these respective gurus. So Sukrata Nuhu and Idam Vachaha Taya Saha Bhrajam Sambhavam Gacha. So illenandre permission is being granted. This is really fine, positive, and Vachaha, bright, brilliant. So with that kind of Shukra and Varcha brilliances, you just become ready. And Bhrajam Gacha, you observe Shukra, Varcha and Bhraja. These are the three things that are connected to speed, light, brilliance. Otherwise, you have seen that, say, Sukraha is that Suryaha, Sukraha, Suryaha, and Agnihi Varchaswan, Suryo Bhrajaswan, anta mantralu baratte. Suryo Bhrajaswan, Suryaiva Bhrajaswanaham Bhuyasam. So ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ವರ್ಚೋದ. ಸೊ ಈ ಪದಗಳು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ there is some kind of focus of quality or brilliance in respective gods like Agni, Vayu, Surya, and so on. So ಅವ್ರ ತರಹ ನಮಗೂ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ what you want as a sacrificer and people means you must have Sukra, energy, Varchas, brilliance and intelligence, Bhrajas, and again radiance. So Bhrajovan means highly radiant person. So Sukra, ee moorunnu kuda gacha, please acquire all these things. Anta there is a expression. So all these things, that is Sukra and Varchasu, Bhrajasu, these three things are acquirable. We can acquire them when you perform the puja, when you are ritual, when you are religious, when you are spiritualistic, when you adopt yoga. Yoga gives you Sukra, Varchasu, and Bhrajas. Therefore, Gacha, go, proceed. Jurasi, you are the Jew. And that is probably referring to the Suksruvas. Dhruta, Manasa, Jushta, Vishnave. So you are the Jew who, maybe the Suksruvas, Dhruta, Manasa. See, Manasa, Dhruta. Mind also, the role of mind is very important here. Any and everywhere, man has got always the mind. Mind, another we have to be always disciplining through yoga, culture, civilization, behavior, and so on. So here it is called Manasa Dhruta, mentally bearing, mentally accepting. Dhruta is Dharana. And Vishnave Jushta. Jushta andre accepted, loved, and liked. So Vishnu Koskara adu select agiddu. And Satya Savasaha Te Satasyaha. Satya Savasaha. Savasaha Satya is truthful. Savana. I mean, you are trying to press the Somavalli truly and with all ingredients and make them palatable and enjoyable taste to all the gods. That's why it's called Satya Savaha. And Savasaha is the case termination, I think. So Satya Savaha means there are three Savas, as we know: Pratas Savana, Pratas Sava, Madhyanika, and Sayankala. So that is the work completely for people. So Satya Savasaha Prasave and Vachaha Yantramasiya. Yantram Vacham Asiya. Yantra is application, scientific. So Nimma Vacham andre mantragalu, and which are positive to you. So Vagdevi, today's Vachaha andre Matugalu, or Mantragalu, or the utterances of that. Adanna Asiya. That is, I obtain such kind of useful, employable mantras which will be able to enable us to have all these advantages, and therefore Swaha, I am offering it to you. And next you turn to other article, Sukramasi, Amrutamasi, Viswadevagum Havihi. What is that Havi that you have taken to offer to gods? ನೀವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ ಹವಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಮಂತ್ರಪೂತವಾದರೆ ಆಲ್ ಫುಡ್ ನೈವೇದ್ಯ. ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ನೈವೇದ್ಯ? ತತ್ ಸವಿತುರ್ವರೇಣ್ಯಂ ಅಂತ ಗಾಯತ್ರಿ ಪ್ರೋಷಣ ಮಾಡಿ ಋತಂತ್ವಾ ಸತ್ಯೇನ ಪರಿಶಂಚಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಎನ್ಕ್ಲೋಷರ್ ಆಲ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಹುತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಯಾಂ ಪ್ರಾಣೇ ನಿವಿಷ್ಟೇ ಅಮೃತಂ ಜುಹೋಮಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಹುತಿ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್. So that's why whatever offering that you are having to all gods, Vaiswadevagum Havihi. So Havi belonging to Vaiswadeva is the derivative compound, Sadhita Samasa, belonging to all gods. Havihi is the offering. And what is that? Sukram, Amrutam asi. Sukram means well cooked, well oriented with taste and all that. Sukram, energy providers, select items. And Amrutamasi. Amrutamasi. And it is immortal. That means Amrita, that is going to turn into energy. Trying to, that's why anything is Amrutam, is nectar. Amrutamasi Vaiswadevagum Havihi. And now there is that expression that Suryasya Chakshuhu Aruham Agne Rakshanaha Kaninika. See, Chakshu is the eye, Kaninika is the retina, Antas Chakshu. So, ಈ ಕನೀನಿಕಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೆಟಿನಾ ಆರ್ ವಿಷನ್. ಸೊ ವಿಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋ ಚಕ್ಷುಗಳು ಕಾಣಚಕ್ಷು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಐ ಬಟ್ ನೋ ವಿಷನ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಟು ಸರಸ್ವತಿ. ಕಾಣ ಭುಜೀಂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಕಾಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಜ್ಞಾನ. ಸೊ ಕಾಣ ಭುಜೀಂ ಸರಸ್ವತೀಂ ಭಜೆ. ಈ ತಾಯಿ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಈ ಅಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಅಜ್ಞಾನಧ್ವಾಂತ, ಅಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ನಾಶ ಮಾಡಿ ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾ ಕುಂದೆಂದು ತುಷಾರಹಾರಧವಳ, ಯಾ ಶುಭ್ರವಸ್ತ್ರಾನ್ವಿತ, ಯಾ ವೀಣಾವರದಂಡ ಮಂಡಿತಕರ, ಯಾ ಶ್ವೇತ ಪದ್ಮಾಸನ. ಸೊ ಜಾಡ್ಯಾಪಹ ಅಂತ ಜಾಡ್ಯವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಡೋದು. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ಯಾವಂದ್ರೆ ಕನೀನಿಕಾ. ಅಕ್ಷ್ಣಃ ಕನೀನಿಕಾ ಅಸಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಯದಾತಸಿಭಿಃ ಏತಸೇ ಭ್ರಾಜಮಾನೋ ವಿಪಸ್ಥಿತ. ವಿಪಸ್ಥಿತ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಶಿಪ್, ಪಾಂಡಿತ್ಯ. ಅಂಡ್ ಭ್ರಾಜಮಾನಃ ವಿಪಸ್ಥಿತ. ಸೊ ಆ ವಿಪಸ್ಥಿತ with high oriented knowledge and all that, we have to be shining forth, and then it goes on. So I think you must be forming an impression how good is Yajurveda, that is being constantly live all through generations for a very long time, right from the time of the creation down the contemporary times. So nobody can erase Vedic knowledge. People make temporarily lot of objections and roar and all that, but nothing stands long. Vedameva abhyaset vedadhyayi sadasivaha tasma sarva prayatnena vedameva abhyaset. So this Veda is constantly glowing, shining. Nobody can make it dull. With these words, we stop. Om Swasti.
Om Sahana Voto Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Shri Vasudevarpanamastu. Shri Veda Purusha Ashirvadostu. Om Tat Sat. Hari